What's up, my fellow YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Well, you guys tell me, what do you think? Are these non-Yeezy 350s gonna sell? Let's talk about it after the intro. So, it is said that Adidas is going to go ahead and drop these 350, I think slate is the color. And what do you guys think? Is it going to be a brick? I have a question. I just wonder if Adidas is listening to the people, or are they just listening to the board? So supposedly the shoes are still supposed to be $230. Most of the channels that I went to, reading the comments, there's a general consensus that people are not agreeing with that price tag. And I'm talking about people who are Adidas lovers. Not just the fair weather friends. So, I don't know if I'm the person to have this conversation or not, but I do have an opinion on it. I'm not a Adidas lover. I do have some Adidas. And it will be interesting to see how Adidas is going to get back into the race. Because right now, there's so much controversy and talks, and it's questionable what's going to happen with Adidas. Now, overseas, Adidas or ADIDAS is, I guess, ranked fairly high. Pretty much, I guess, one of their number one shoes is Adidas overseas. I don't know much about overseas. I don't follow that. Like I said, just getting into these YouTube channels and listening to the different conversations. And there are several YouTubers that are from overseas and talk about what's going on overseas. So, but for me, Adidas all started for me with Run DMC. The Superstars was the first pair of Adidas that I ever owned. We used to love them. You know, fat laces or no laces. You know. So like I said, I purchased these for nostalgia. And I had a Adidas shirt that I needed a pair of kicks to wear with it. And this went perfectly. So, but they're okay. They're cool. You know, I don't cross brands. So, if I'm wearing Adidas shoes, I got on Adidas clothes or clothes that have no brand. But, yeah. Seems like most of the shoes that I purchased that were Adidas were all collab shoes. I don't own a pair of Ultra Boost. I don't even know all the names of the Adidas forums. I never owned them. In fact, all the Adidas I have are collab shoes. I purchased Adidas Yeezy Turtle Doves. As you see, I haven't even worn them. I purchased these shoes because, like I said, I was trying to diversify my collection because I am a Nike / Jordan girl. I started off with Nike. Before Jordan even came into the picture, I was a Nike girl. So I haven't really changed from that. Now I do wear other brands, but if I have my choice, the first choice I would gravitate to would be a Nike or a Jordan. So we had that Yeezy day in 2022. That's one thing I will not miss. In my opinion, that was awful. That was awful. I was trying to experiment, see what it was about, how do you go by doing it, and I never seen a pair of Yeezys in the sneaker stores. Never seen them in JD Sport, Foot Locker, never. Always sold out, gone. Only way to get it is resale. So I tried my best on Yeezy Day to hit on some Yeezys for retail, and no dice, no dice. These were a gift. That's why I have these. These were a gift. But I went the Yeezy route because they were the hype shoes. I went for the hype shoes because if I decide I don't want this shoe and don't want it in my collection, I can get pretty much my money back. Not necessarily make money, but I can get my money back that I spent on the shoe. So I was trying to, try different stuff. And at the time, Turtle Doves was one of the most hype. So this was on my sneaker wanted list, and someone purchased it for me for a birthday gift. So that's how I have this shoe. And as you see, I have not rocked it yet. I don't feel the need to rock it because I had already had these. The reflective belugas. I've already had these, and I wear these. I rock these. So now these shoes are comfortable. I ain't gonna lie. These are comfortable. These 350s, they are comfortable. So I guess that's gonna be the hardest part is it comfortable enough for me to continue to purchase the 350? In my opinion, no. Because there's other comfortable shoes, and they're a hefty price tag. $230 is a lot for this shoe. Most people was paying that $230 price because it had a name attached to it, and it had high resale value. So people didn't mind paying that high price tag because if they wanted to sell it back or whatever, they can get their money back. Well, now that Yeezy's name is not attached to it, is it going to still maintain that same resale value? I don't think so. So I asked the people at Adidas, are y'all thinking about this? Because why did these shoes sell out? I know you don't want to give the credit to Yeezy or Ye. He's a very big part of why these shoes sold out. The other credit goes to the resellers. The resellers bought y'all out because there was resale value. Is this shoe going to still have resale value? Is the resellers going to buy you out thinking they're going to make money off of these? I don't think so. I don't. Unfortunately, this is the time that we're in. We're in a time where resale value will determine how much this shoe is going to go for. If this shoe is going to sit. Now, don't get me wrong. The only shoe that I know for a fact I was waiting for Adidas to drop was those Pirate Blacks. Because I want a black pair. I do want a black pair. You figure if you got white, tan, gray, and black, they pretty much go with anything and everything. And that's all you basically need. But I wanted those Pirate Blacks. And the resale value for those Pirate Blacks right now is through the roof. They're almost $1,000, if not $1,000. But now, if you drop the Pirate Blacks, it won't have the Yeezy name. So the shoes that are already out there will maintain that value. But will the 2023 pair, because it will be identified, because we changed the name, so now it will be identified as Adidas 350 2023. What will the resale value be on those? And will I pay $230 for those shoes, even though I wanted the Pirate Blacks? Will I pay $230 for those shoes? No. Will I pay $150 for those shoes? Yeah, I'll pay $150. I'll get those Pirate Blacks for $150. I would. They're very comfortable. That's in a good price bracket. That's about what the New Balances is running. They're running about the $150, $160 range. So yeah, I would pay that. Will I be buying every color? No. I think pretty much the colors that I have is enough. And that's what you also have to think about, is a lot of the Yeezy Adidas lovers already have all the colors. And they have it with the Yeezy name. So what audience is Adidas targeting? You need the people who don't have Yeezys, because most of the people already have them and have tons and tons of colors. I think the only color I don't recall hearing is a blue color. And I mean blue blue. I don't mean blue tint. I mean blue blue. I think that's the only color I haven't seen in the 350s. Pretty much all the other colors have been out. I think y'all hit every color of the rainbow. So supposedly there's a ton of inventory right now, still with the Yeezy name on it, that supposedly you're going to take the insole out and just have the Adidas name. That's going to cost money. Even though it's just a matter of the insole and the box, that's going to cost money. Is it cheaper to just pay Ye the 15% royalty and sell what you have? Will that fly? Do you really think that the people care if you're selling these shoes because they're mad at what Ye said? Do you think I'm going to stop wearing this shoe because Yeezy name is on there? I'm going to rock every Yeezy I have until they just fall apart. I am. So what is the answer, the solution? I do think paying attention to what the people want, which is the people that support you, the people who truly love Adidas, is the ones that you have to listen to, because I am considered a fair weather friend. I'm a sometimey Adidas person. You don't get majority of your sales from a person like me. I don't have enough Yeezys to even put, or enough Adidas to even put a dent in the conversation. I like this shoe right here. It's okay. Y'all put out some decent shoes with Yeezy. And I can understand Ye being a hard person to work with. But for a lot of people listening to or reading the comments that people put out there, a lot of people are confused or torn. Because even though they don't support what Ye's saying, or may even be mad at Ye, watching Adidas put these shoes out and just taking Ye's name off, it just don't feel right for a lot of people. It still feels stolen. It still feels like you're taking advantage. It just don't sit right with people. Whether you own the rights or not, that's not how these shoes was presented to us. So we're not into contract jargons. We see a shoe, we see a person. A lot of times we standing behind the person, we get the shoe to support that person. Ye has a lot of fans still. Still. People are not going to stop wearing the shoe. You have some people that are real strong on principles, or just some people out trying to make a name for themselves. Clicks and views. Out here cutting up shoes and burning shoes. And clicks and views. But what percentage of the population is that? Is that a big enough percentage? Is that enough to determine which way Adidas should go? I have these two shoes, the bone and the flax. So before Ye and Adidas severed ties, these were one of the last two shoes. Wasn't the last, but it was one. These two were pretty close towards the end. You know how I got these shoes? These shoes was actually sitting in JD Sports. What does that tell you? All this time, from the time they released, I have never seen any Yeezys, any, none. I have never seen a Yeezy in a sneaker store. Never. So before Ye and Adidas severed ties, this was dying down. Because they were sitting. And they never used to. So, is it time to let this go? And now rebuild on a whole new silhouette? Because is this silhouette dying down? What were the resale value before you severed ties with Ye? What was Adidas' resale value on these shoes? Think about it. It wasn't that high. It wasn't. There were only a few 350s that were high. The OG Zebra. The Pirate Blacks is not a 350. The Beluga. And not both Belugas. I forget which one it was. I want to say the first Beluga. I think this is the 2.0. I think the first Beluga was still high in resale value. The bread was still high in resale value. All the other ones, maybe $20, $30 above retail. And your first 350 that you're going to be pumping out is the Slate. How much resale value do you think that's going to have? So is it worth it? Is it worth coming back out with it? I think out of all the shoes that you're talking about pumping out, I think the only one with potential is the Pirate Blacks. That's just my opinion. I think that's the only one with potential. I actually think it's time to let these go. I think you should somehow, maybe, I don't know, get with Ye some kind of way and sell that inventory that you put a halt on Don't change the insole and none of that, and just sell it as is. And then end it from that point on, just to get rid of the inventory. Because I think the 350s is done with anyway. I think it's a done deal. Or I wouldn't do a mass production of them. So I think it's time to focus on starting all over again, finding new silhouettes, new collabs, and just let this go. And it's easier said than done, because I'm sure that trying to find the hypest person you can use at this time as a collab, that's going to cost money too. Everything is about that dollar, the almighty dollar. So how long do you think it's going to take Adidas to build back up? Because at this point right now, shoot, New Balance is like killing it. I mean, they pumping shoes out left and right. Are they all selling out? No. But they're really making a name for themselves. They're pumping it out. Maybe team up with some of these younger sneaker lovers and get some ideas on some different shoes and what is it that people are looking for and like. I think the hardest thing now, and this is like a learning lesson for all the sneaker companies and celebrities, get your contract right. Because surviving on collabs, this is what could happen. Because as soon as your superstar do something wrong, because we are definitely in a kill culture type, I mean, one mistake, just one mistake, now people don't like you no more. So it's a lot to think about, but I do want the Pirate Blacks. I don't care if Yeezy name is on there or not, but I do want the Pirate Blacks. But that's it. That's all I want. Unless Adidas come out with some banging heat. Some banging heat. Because we all know Nike and Jordan Brand ain't stopping. They dropping stuff left and right. And if I have to choose, do I want a Nike or a Jordan, or do I want a Adidas? What am I going to choose? I'm going to go with the Nike or Jordan for sure. Unless Adidas come out with some banging heat. But you're in a tough spot. I know. Adidas is in a tough spot because how do you beat this? How do you beat this? Or this? That's a lot. And we all know hype goes in waves. So people are up and down and back and forth about the Ultra Boost and the Boost and the And if, you know, a lot of people are scared to admit that they're hype beasts or whatever, but yeah, all the shoes that I have from Adidas are pretty much hype beasts. I found these shoes. There's also a collab. This is Adidas and Eric Emanuel. But to be truthful and honest, I didn't even know that these were Adidas. I didn't. I just actually looked at the shoe and I actually saw it, seen the quality of the leather on here and the suede, and got the shoe. So I didn't even know that this was Adidas. I didn't know whose shoe it was. But this shoe was sitting. I had this shoe little or nothing. I don't remember the exact price, but it was, I believe it was less than $100. So, question is, what you gonna do? What is Adidas going to do? Is Adidas' first drop of the 350, will it be a success or a fail? Will they change the price or will they leave it the same? What do you guys think? What do you think? It's going to be very interesting because competition between Nike and Jordan Brand, right now all they have is New Balance. But New Balance is putting up a good fight. They're putting up a fight. I'm trying. It's hard for me to even get into the New Balance kick. But I'm trying. But we'll see what happens. And I can't wait to read you guys' comment and see what you guys have to say. Maybe Adidas will be reading the comments as well and taking heed. But we got to help them out. Tell Adidas what you want. Let them know what you like and what you don't like. Maybe they'll take heed. But until next time, this is Nikki Pooh. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified with the next video. Until then, peace.